someone on YouTube that I follow talk about it, and then it just started. I'm not saying I started it, but I'm just saying like I started seeing.
No, you definitely didn't start it.
A lot of people. Hey!
Nobody watches this, Ray.
But no. I'm just saying. I'm saying like I mentioned it, and then I started seeing a lot more people start talking about it, which is a good thing, dude. There's an entire subreddit on why like DICE hasn't said anything, or why they're like with all of a sudden they went radio silence, and what it could be too is because they had that technical test or whatever. They could be just focused on that. They could have like taken all the data from that and then just fucking put their heads down. Okay, we're working on this. We want to make this work. And you're just like, they put out their marketing team. Okay, we put out enough information. Let's let the team work and work on the technical test. Another thing too, I want to talk about the beta. There was a tweet from Battlefield. They had like a meme. And it's like one of the old, I can't remember what show it is, but whatever. They basically said that, yes, the beta is still out, coming out in September. They haven't given an exact date, but pretty sure it's going to be towards the end because the Call of Duty beta for the PlayStation, the Vanguard, is coming out this weekend, I think that is, and then the next 2 weekends is going to be the beta. So they're not going to do it during that. So it's going to be after that.
It'd be interesting if they did it at the same time.
Well, they're not going to. They're not.
I know they're not going to, but it would be interesting
to see who played more.
Well, yeah, just like a FU. They're like, oh, you're going to release it? We're waiting to now.
Well, you know what's funny
but you would want both fan bases to play your game if it's a free and open beta. So I don't know if going head to head with Call of Duty would be a smart idea.
Well, yeah, and always because Call of Duty, they don't have as many gameplay mechanics as Battlefield does. So usually their alphas and their betas are a lot more polished. Well, actually, Battlefield hasn't even had an alpha. That technical test, that wasn't even considered. They actually came out and said, don't even consider this an alpha. I was like, damn. And that's why they had so many people sign an NDA, but then people broke it. I'm like, of course they're going to break it. We don't have any real gameplay. Of course they're going to fucking break it. Like, hello? However, really the only problem that I've seen a lot of the gameplay. The only problem that I've seen is just, clipping issues. Just like when you see like the vegetation and stuff, like bushes and stuff, it like just kind of flashes in and out. But the reloading, the shooting, all that, and that looks great. That looks like, and like I was saying, like, the bullets hitting the enemies, like it's like it sounds so cool. And then like a mist of blood will come out, and I'm like, oh my god, yes. So it's looking good. It's looking pretty good. And then oh my god. And so look, I've been wanting to say this for a while because I know I shit on Call of Duty a lot.
Sorry.
Hey. I know I shit on Call of Duty Warzone a lot. However, something that I'm something that they've done really, really well, and there's a couple things that I really like what they've done with their gunplay, is aiming in with the scope. Like, you have a scope, and then the scope actually magnifies what you're looking at. That's real. Like, that part is real. This new Battlefield's doing that. The reloading mechanics are incredible. Okay, I've always said give credit where credit's due, and I know, like I said, so I got to give credit where. So Modern Warfare, they do that best. Reloading mechanics. The guns feel good. The recoil is still not real at all. You can't have an LMG standing straight up and just and then just a laser beam. No, that's not real. I mean, that's another reason why I can't watch. So I can't really play Warzone anymore. Is I'll see people fucking shooting people from like a mile away with a fucking AR. I'm like, I can't. I can't. But and then also aiming. What I love, and this is what Battlefield's doing. I saw it and I was like, oh my god. Oh yes. Aiming in, shooting, and they call it a tactical reload. Aiming in, shooting, and then reloading while still aimed in. I was like, oh, yes, that. Okay, like I said, I got to give credit where credit's due.
Okay.
So because I know that they hired a lot of Call of Duty executives or whatever for Battlefield, for the new Battlefield.
Like
So
developers or executives, or do
what
you?
devs, executives, whatever. But
Well,
so that
executives and devs are two different things, but huge
I don't
different
even want
things.
to do this anymore.
You know what? What? I'm
And
just saying, I don't know what it is either. I'm like executives or devs, because executives have stuff to do behind the scenes.
like your mom,
She does things behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, all over the place.
what a whore.
Pretty big.
But so
Pretty
yeah,
big.
so that, like I said, I'm really excited about that. And then of course, uh, another thing too, which was a big thing in Battlefield 5, and I think they did this Battlefield 1, is where you're scoped in, and say you have a sniper and you're scoped in and you fire, you have to zoom out and then reload. You can't shoot again and then reload while you can't do that. And this Battlefield looks like you can do that, bam, and then reload while scoped in, bam. Because in Call of Duty you can do that, and they did that for balancing issues in Battlefield 5, so I understand that because the maps are a lot bigger too. So and then there's a lot more snipers and a lot more players in the multiplayer. So I understand didn't want a bunch of people just scoped in all the time and then just sniping everyone. So I
But you
understand
still have to
that part.
reload, but maybe re-engaging into the scope would deter people. I don't know. I don't know how that. Remember, maybe it's a perk.
Well, the thing is what I guess what they could do is they could just like if you say if you shoot and then reload, it'll make it take a little bit longer to get the sway to stop. So, but and then say if you shoot and then if you zoom out and then go back in, or zoom out, reload, then go back in, and then you can then it's a lot straighter.
Then it's
So
fine.
you can do that.
Then it's steady.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
I should be like a developer, like to tell people what would be cool. I would probably hate it if I was an actual making the game, and I would probably I'm not kidding. Probably I would just fucking hate it. Like, this is dumb. I'm working fucking 12 to 18 hours a day trying to fucking fix the shit while everyone else is bitching at me.
Yeah, well, I think most video gamers would say they would be good idea people, but the implementation of those ideas is when you go to the guy who codes the engine, and he's like, I want this, and he's like, that's going to take me 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's.
But see, I would, because you and I, we definitely like the smaller things. We wouldn't go crazy, nutso with, certain things. We would, it would just be smaller things, like the idea that you had with Halo. It's more of this next Halo is more open world. And if you had you had a mission, but then you're going to that mission, you have that side, you have a distress call, you go save Marines, and then you go over there, and then just small things like that.
That changes, and you don't have to go do the distress call.
Yeah, if you don't want to.
Yeah, but then you get to that other mission earlier and say, like I said before, more people are alive, or there's a vehicle there for you. But if you do the distress call and come back, that vehicle's destroyed because the enemy's got some small little thing like that.
Yeah.
I think you don't have to, and it's missions that are urgent, not like help this old lady find a book. Or whatever, like in RPGs and all that other stuff. They're urgent matters.
Exactly. And then just add if you say if there was a distress call and you ignored it, and then you went, and then later, you get just a little tidbit, at one of the next missions, you get in your comms, they're like, hey, that distress call that you got earlier, those Marines died.
Yeah,
or
they didn't,
survived.
Or some of them didn't, and they're pissed. A few of them didn't.
Yeah, exactly. And then and then that later in the game, you meet those same Marines and they don't want to help you. They're like, no, fuck you. We're damn, man, shit.
Yeah, I don't know if they don't help you, but they don't look at you like the Master Chief.
Yeah, exactly.
And
and then I go back to the Nemesis system in Shadow of War. There was I controlled, this one bodyguard, or not bodyguard, but this one captain who I controlled, and I ended up losing to this other captain. I lost. Well, he humiliated me. He didn't kill me, but he humiliated me. It was they let you live, and they just they're about to kill you, but they let you live and walk away.
Yeah.
And that captain, he didn't like weakness, so he turned against me. He betrayed me, and he started attacking me. I'm like, oh, like that stuff like that, man. Like, and it's just small.
There's real simple things. Did you see the developer like interview or show off of the new Dead Space?
No, I didn't see that. I saw that. I didn't see that.
I want to share that with you because it's something so small. It's beautiful. I want to screen share this with you. I'll give me a second.
Were you able to share get the
sound? Yeah, there's a little option down here. I don't know why I didn't click on it before. I'm an idiot. But let me get this Dead Space thing pulled up here. And I don't know. Yeah, okay. Just making a dumb noise.
Dude, there is this now I'm hearing an echo. What?
Now you're hearing an echo?
Wait. Hello? No, I'm not hearing it anymore. Oh man, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Sometimes there might be a little bit of an echo because we're recording on Zencaster.
Okay. This makes sense. But before we play, I want to just mention this. So I was at my parents on Sunday. We were all hanging out, and my nephews were there. And my youngest, he's like 11 or 12. And we were talking. I can't remember what we got on the subject of money. And he was like, well, he goes, Uncle Ray, I'm upset because you don't give me $500 to get a new Xbox. And I said, you can go fuck yourself. Dude, my dad lost his shit. He lost his mind. He was laying in his bed. And he jumped up and started laughing real hard.
Uncle Ray, I'm sad that you don't give me $500. How old is he?
He's like 11 or 12. Like, you can go fuck yourself, you little shit. Buy your own fucking shit, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Guilt trip. You got parents, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uncle, not grandfather, not father.
Yeah, not even grandparent. No. Ask these motherfuckers.
I can afford to get you that, but no.
Yeah. No. I could definitely do it. It'd be fine.
I can get you an Xbox. I can get you an Xbox One. I can get you an Xbox One.
Maybe a Series S.
Yeah, maybe. Not an X though. You don't deserve an X. Yeah. What do you do for me again? Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
I'm gonna do nothing for you. Got it.
Do you clean my apartment? Anything like that?
Buy
my groceries?
I know.
No.
Do we have some kind of connection? Like,
yeah.
No? Okay.
But you do it because you love me. I don't love you that much.
I know.
I don't love you enough. Sorry.
Define love. Like if you went missing, I'd look for you for like a week or two. But after that, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah. He's with God now.
He's with God. He's at a better place.
All right, so let's do this. I'm excited.
Okay, this is real quick. So these two are the developers.
Okay.
And then these, I think she's a community manager.
Okay.
And then this is like the interview guy.
Roger.
Can you hear the audio?
Yep.
So when he shoots, he's shooting the flesh.
Yeah.
Off.
Wait, now I can't hear it.
You can hear it or can't?
There we go. Turn it up more.
Trying to show where they like zoomed in on the thing. But see, he's shooting it and it's like the meat is coming off.
Yeah. Oh, I see that.
It's kind of hard to see at this, like see right there. See how it's just bone now?
Yeah. It's actual bodily destruction.
See, like he's like picking it apart.
She's kind of cute.
But concentrate. He basically turned this thing into a skeleton.
Dude, that is.
See, yeah, that's like the next.
Like
that's like what we were talking about. Just like simple next gen.
But yeah, that's next gen. I don't know any other game that does that.
Not at all.
And this is not even a new game. This is an older game, and they're still doing it.
Yeah, well, they're remaking it. So I guess this is how the thing works. So you can like, so that's how I guess it just makes that flesh disappear.
When does this come out?
Another year or two, I think.
Another year or two?
It's a they're remaking the whole game. Like they're they're not remastering it. They're rebuilding everything. So they're,
I thought it came out this year.
I don't know. You can look it up. I thought it was 2022, I think. If I remember correctly.
Probably
I don't even
right.
really pay attention to release dates. Besides the Halo release date of December, which is weird.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Dead Space Remake reportedly targeting 2022 release. Damn it.
Yeah, it would have to be because I think they're obviously they're in very early stages.
But, dude.
But please, more, please, 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 please,
Yeah.
and that the care or the quality of the first Dead Space and Dead Space 2, Dead Space 3 I didn't play. I think we were going to play co-op, and then that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of people said that they actually me and Dylan had an idea about that because the what made the first one and the second one was you're alone. And so what I think what would have been so cool if they did it is like a co-op in Dead Space 3 is not playing like necessarily together, maybe have some, but like say like me and you are playing, you're at one part of in the world, like at one part, like we're in a space station. You're
Okay.
at one part and then I'm at another, and then I have to do certain things, like say like you're stuck in this one part and I have to do certain things to get you out. Like I have to go turn on like, add this like a fuse to something, so then it unlocks a certain part, a certain door, or turns on certain power for you, and then certain stuff like that, and then we can meet up certain times, and then we kind of go into that cooperative gunplay, but then we have to disperse and go do other things separately, because that gives the element of co-op, but then still the element of of Dead Space 2 and 1 and 2 because of your the loneliness and like the exclusivity and the fear factor of it. I think me personally, I think that'd be a great idea, because that's also different.
I think it would work, but you'd have to like the whole game would have to be obviously built around that co-op thing.
Yeah.
Instead of two people going through the same corridors.
Yeah, it'd be hard to do. It would definitely be hard to do.
It'd be extremely hard to, because then you would have to say you had a separate character. You're playing single player, and you have these moments. Does that second character, is he or she an AI character that helps you? Do you have to help? That's where it would get, unless you're playing. It would have to be a co-op mode, like a smaller.
Yeah, that's right. It would have to be. You'd have to separate co-op campaign.
That's what I'm thinking.
But
like a leveler.
See, even like stuff like that, like next gen stuff like that. So like if you played the regular campaign mode, and there's certain things that you did affected the co-op mode. Like certain decisions you made in the
yeah.
And I understand. I just don't understand like how we haven't seen things like that yet. Like how far have we come with video games, and we still like that is, to me, that's like basic. I mean, I understand like that would be hard, but that's another reason why Control was such a fantastic game, because as you said, you first start out as gunplay, and then when you get to telekinesis, the whole entire game changes. Everything changes. The whole setting changes, because you use the entire environment, and the replayability, and then it's just amazing. And then Shadow of War, the Nemesis system, you can constantly go back to that game. Constantly.
Yeah, and experience different things.
And
all they would have to add is obviously more missions, but just simple little things to make the game different. And it is
exactly.
interesting. Say you beat the single player campaign on normal, and then that makes the co-op more difficult, because you didn't take, or say a story element or something you didn't take care of, a side mission you didn't take care of. Then in co-op, there's a certain enemy type you would or wouldn't see, or not as many enemies. There'd be more enemies in a certain area. So there's little things like that.
Exactly.
That would be cool. I would. Yeah.
And it's just like Battlefield 2042 with the whole portals thing. Like, I understand you're not necessarily into that, but I know you could get into it. I know you could, because you could. Because I want you to watch a certain video from Jack Frags. I want you to watch it, because he goes into extreme in depth of like what you can do with it. And especially with streamers, like we mentioned this before, but dude, like these big name streamers, dude, they could just have chat. Like, hey, chat, okay, you know, what's the next? What do we want to do next? Have Bad Company 2 soldiers against 1942 soldiers, and like you can have like a set like Bad Company 2 soldiers with all their gear, like
Yeah.
only have like 4 players, and then like 60 players against World War II soldiers with less gear,
No,
but more.
there's a lot there's a lot of, especially since they're combining all of the
All
like
those
past
games.
Battlefield, all the game's characters and like their loadouts and everything.
And the guns, the weapons, all that.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. But me, I'm more looking forward to the new stuff.
Yeah,
Like
of course,
actual,
of course.
the actual like the ranked games, because I was playing, what was it?
Well, they're not going to have ranked games. They
well,
talked
not
about
ranked, but you know what I mean, like the official Battlefield.
yeah,
like,
yeah, the multiplayer mode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't want to play the like.
and then
what was
Hazard
it?
Zone too. They still haven't even talked about that yet. I mean, well,
I would like to know. I would like to know what that is, because if that's more, I heard something like Escape from Tarkov.
yeah, it's more of Escape from
type of
Tarkov, Hunt Showdown, I think it was.
Which is more obviously a more intense, raw feeling kind of game. Like you feel trapped or something along those lines. That would be such a cool deviation.
Yeah.
From just the Battlefield. You come in, you either kill everybody or you hold down an area, or you go to area to hold it down and then die and then spawn back in 5 seconds. Like, what are the consequences of dying in that mode? Like, do you lose things? Do you
So
is it cosmetics? Is it?
That's what they said. They said that it's
XP?
so you
exactly?
can. So if it is like Escape from Tarkov, because Escape from Tarkov you can lose certain loadouts. Well, you can lose everything actually. And that's what they say. If that holds true, that means that you can lose certain things in Battlefield. Now I don't know how it's going to be, but there will be consequences.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. So like in my head, I'm thinking like it'd be interesting. You get a certain amount of XP, or like XP that's like locked to you. Do you? I'm just thinking about all the different possibilities you could do in this game. Is because say in the Division, you got certain gear, and you had to get it out of there. That's the way you get it.
In the Dark Zone.
Yeah, the Dark Zone. What did I say?
You didn't mention it was Dark Zone.
In the Division, yeah. And in the Dark Zone, you get a certain piece of gear, and you send it out, and then you have that. It's good. But in this, the game is not loot based, so it's it's you gain, if you want to unlock a weapon or a vehicle or whatever, an attachment, you have to rank up using that. Mm-hmm. Usually, normally in the Battlefield experience, you have to do that. So I'm wondering what are you?
Sorry.
That is just a big old fucking baby bottle.
Continue.
I'm just wondering what you're risking. Are you risking that specific game's XP or what you have in that game? Obviously, because it's just everyone starts out with, say, a pistol or whatever, and then you scavenge and you have to find stuff, and then whatever. I don't know what the game mode is.
That's actually interesting that you said that, because there's a game that I've been playing. There's 2 games that I've been playing. One just recently, yesterday, and then there's another game called Insurgency Sandstorm.
I saw you playing that. Yeah,
it's really, really cool. So it's a lot more realistic. Like you take like 1-2 shots and you're done. But you can customize a lot, stuff like that. But they have this mode. It's a co-op mode, and you play against AI. But you have a couple different modes. But I really like it's survival and then outpost. So survival it's 8-player co-op, and you go against AI. What it is you spawn and you only have a pistol, and then you have to take over a certain amount of objectives, and then while you're doing you take over one, then you go to a next location. You just keep going until extraction. But while doing that, all the AI are coming at you. Oh, and it's pretty intense. Like it has a really good feeling to it. Like the sound effects are real good. The weapon sounds are good. The enemies are the sound there's a lot of like realism to like how you shoot like an enemy in like the chest or the neck or the head, and they'll just like the way that they look. I'm like, oh god. Yeah. So what it is survival is you start out as a pistol, and you if you kill an enemy, you can go pick up his weapon. Now if you go to when you go to the objective and you capture that objective, you can get these little crates, and then you open up the crate and it gives you a random weapon with random attachments on it. And but if you die, you're out until your team goes to the next objective, and then if they capture that objective, then everyone comes back, and then so on and so forth.
Okay.
So, but like I said, it's a nice change of pace, because it's fun too. Like I'm like walking through, and when I'm with a team, and like we're all low, because these enemies, they come out of nowhere, man, and like it's really cool. Like you really have to communicate. It's really cool. It's really cool.
Is it on PC? Is it on Xbox? Where is that?
It's on PC right now. I'm not sure if it's on console, but I know for a fact it's on PC.
Okay.
But and then the other game I've been playing, I started playing it yesterday, is called Dreamscaper. It's another roguelike, like Dead Cells, where if you go through and the levels, and if you die, you come back. But it's really cool. So it's you're this woman, and she's her name's Cassidy, but she's you go when she sleeps, you go into, and her dreams are the rogue type with the gameplay. And there's different enemies and stuff like that, and you go and fight different bosses, but each boss is a different emotion that she's going through, that she's experiencing.
Okay.
Which is really, really interesting. And then there's so when she's awake, you can go into town, and then you could talk to certain people, give them certain gifts, create relationships. And if you create relationships, you can get permanent upgrades, because roguelike is you get certain weapons and certain abilities, and if you die, then you reset. But I really like this one because it's the storyline's really cool. I really like that. It's not as good as like Hades. Hades is another one. Hades is I explained, it's another roguelike, but it's Greek mythology, and the dude, I'm telling you right now, that's one of the games I kind of want to show you. You can actually play it on X. Well, no, because let's look. If you hear like the voice acting that they have, because you get different abilities and moves and attacks and stuff like that from the gods, because you're Zagreus, you're Hades' son. Yeah, Hades. You're that's right. That's the
god of war, Hades?
No, that's Ares. Hades is the god of the underworld or whatever, right?
Okay, I'm confused. Sorry. Ares.
But yeah, you're his son. You play as Zagreus, and you go through and you try to get out. But they have and then the gods of Olympus, they help you. But the voice acting is so awesome. I'm telling you right now, you would love it. You would really like it.
It's weird how little things like that, voice acting, make a huge difference in a game.
Mm-hmm. And the storyline's really cool. But it's they got a bunch of they got not a bunch of different weapons, but in Dreamscaper, they have a lot of different weapons and abilities, which is what I like. I like that kind of stuff. It was only $25 too, so I was like, that's why I love Steam, man. That's why I'm telling you, you got to get a fucking PC, because
I'm not getting a PC ever. I'm not. I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm going to buy a $1,200 PC to get PlayStation games that I haven't played before. I was like, I'm good.
No,
I'll just get a PlayStation whenever I can. Whenever I can get it.
That's where you're wrong. There's so many games
because
that are on sale.
I don't want to play those games, because then my Xbox X is not going to. No.
I still play my Series X. I still play it all the time.
That's because you go to work and play. You can't.
No, I play it here, motherfucker. I still play Apex. I've been jumping in Apex a lot more now.
I'll still move your camera down a little bit, because I can't see you.
I'll still play Apex. I still play Battlefield on there too, because they don't have crossplay. Well, and then also I've played Battlefield on PC, and recently the most recent, which was like a month ago, maybe two. Because I stopped playing Battlefield on PC because I was getting my ass kicked. Like I couldn't do anything. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then I recently got back on, and I was doing fine. Well, it's just PC, because you have full you have.
Yeah, I was playing Halo, and it put me against PC players, and it was not.
Nope.
Especially, I don't play Halo anymore. I was like, I'll hop in, because me and Corie are playing the co-op.
Yeah.
And we're playing Firefight, which is interesting. That's how she's learning actually how to jump and aim finally.
Ah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So it's helping her with
her horizon.
Yeah, and the only reason she does it is because she can get better at Sea of Thieves. Because there's no, me and her can't practice against each other.
Mm-hmm.
We can't say, I don't know why it's not an option to just walk up to your teammate and say duel, and then you're not on the same team anymore. But
I know that's what's really cool about. I might download that game again. Borderlands 3 is you can go up to a teammate and duel each other.
Yeah, just simple things like that, like duel.
So cool.
I never did it in Borderlands because I was this isn't that. But for her, I never had to play with someone to practice and to try to make better.
I'm gonna I'm gonna download that. I want to play Borderlands 3. I'm sorry. I just got to do this real
You're
quick.
gonna do that right now? Okay.
Yeah. Well, it just gives me something else to play while I'm at night, man. It makes it go by so much faster. Because dude, I'm telling you, man, like I get, like, you know, with everything that's going on in my life, like I really get into my feelings. I'm just, because if I don't distract myself, I'm sitting there and I'm just dwelling on it. I'm like, I got to stop doing that. I got to stop doing that.
Well, yeah, when you get, yeah.
I absolutely fucking love how fucking fast this damn system boots up. You have no clue. You have no fucking idea.
I think I have an idea. You're
right. But dude, I love this damn system because I've seen how like the PlayStation 5 is still fast, but the boot up, like for instance, like when Danielle and I were still talking when she still had her PlayStation here, she turned the PlayStation 5 on. She's like, yeah, it's really fast. I was like, oh yeah, it's a lot faster. I said, watch the Xbox.
Well, do they have like that instant on mode like Xbox does?
I don't think so. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Honestly, I don't, because anytime I booted up the PlayStation 5, it would like go up in like this, you know, animation, and then it goes in, and then it's on. And then I showed her the boot up for this. She goes, "Oh my god!" Like she was like, "That's way faster." I was like, "Yeah, I know." It's like 2 seconds. 2.
Well, I think it's the instant on mode, and then even when it first came out, you could unplug it, and it would still keep your resume game and all the games exactly where they were, if they were single player games and not Watch Dogs, and it's connected to the servers even though it's a single player game.
And you're just like,
and there's no save option in Watch Dogs. I have to go to menu and then pretend to leave the game in order for it to save.
But
like, what are you doing?
But
it's still that way. There's still no save mode.
Yeah, even with because like a lot of times, like if you like hard reset, like if you go into systems and you know a full reset, it'll do the Xbox logo, but even that only takes seconds.
Oh yeah, it's
ridiculous.
And I love the Pro controller, the Series 2.
Yeah, I know. It's I know. I started play. Here's mine. But like I said, I love it. I really love how you can detach and all that, and the little paddles. And especially with like I still have to get used to it, but
well, because we've been playing one way for years.
Yeah, exactly.
But we never had paddles.
Yeah, A is to jump. But you can have it like I can have it here. A is to jump
on the back. Yeah, so you don't. It's basically bumper jumping, like how in Halo used to be. Like there's a setting called bumper jumper.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
I could never use the right bumper to jump, but down here it makes a little bit more sense because this finger for these two, you know, the bumpers and triggers are in my head. They're already hardwired in, but down here it isn't yet.
What's funny is I know once I get used to it, I'll never be able to go back.
Yeah. So now you're stuck buying $200 controllers every like 5 or 10 years.
Yep. And because so
if it lasts,
fuck. Okay, so this mouse that I have, I want to get it wireless. I saw someone who had it wireless, and I was like, where do I get that? So this mouse right here. Okay. So you see the numbers right there?
Oh yeah.
I can't use a regular mouse.
Those are all hotkeys.
Yep. It's literally right on my thumb. I can't use another mouse. And I hear all these.
You could use another mouse, couldn't you?
I see all these people. Oh, I have like 2 mouse buttons. I'm like, motherfucker, I have 12. Go fuck yourself. And I tell people, I'm like,
why do they have to go fuck themselves?
Because, but like, if you get used to that, like it's over. Like it's like every game I play, every single game. Like if I play Apex on console or on PC. Okay, so here's the thing. So most games on PC, we play mouse keyboard. Your grenade is either G or Q. I don't know why I was lifting it up. It's either G or Q. But to move, your movement is WASD, right? But if your grenade is Q, like on Destiny 2, my grenade was Q. If I wanted to throw a grenade, I couldn't move left because my finger's up here because Q is A, and A is to move left. So I'm like, that's dumb. Like I can't. If I want to maneuver, I can only maneuver right and forward and back, and then hit it. I can't. I'm not as accurate. So what I did, and it worked. Since I did that on Destiny 2, I have it for every first-person shooter. I moved the grenade throw to the number 4 on here, and it's literally right where my thumb rests.
Yeah.
Then I have free movement. I can move left, right, back, forward, and then I just hit
toss a grenade. And little things like that change everything.
Like I said, I can't like I think my mom had either my mom or my dad had bought me a new mouse. Oh no, it was Danielle. She bought me a wireless mouse. It was a while ago, and I can't use it. I can't use it. I'm like, it's cool, it's great because it's if this mouse goes out, I have another mouse.
Yeah, you have a backup just in case.
Just backup. But I in this mouse, this is a newer one. I had the other ones were starting to go out. I can't remember why. I think I was just pressing the keys too hard or whatever. But it started going out, and I'm like, I have to buy another one. I have to find where another one is. But if I can find a wireless one, oh my God, it's over. It's over.
I like how you're talking about this like it's a direct. I have to find it.
I'm telling you, man, it's just because it's like it's just I've wired my brain to now like 1 and 2 because another thing too is on your keyboard 1 and 2 and 3 is 2 keys up.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people like on games, if you like a lot of people they'll just have the scroll wheel on your mouse to switch weapons. Like sometimes I'll have that. But a lot of people would like to have like 1, 2, and 3. Like on Destiny, if you like, so 1 is your primary, 2 is your secondary, 3 is your heavy weapon. Okay. So with people, if the people who don't have this mouse, they have to go up 2 keys in order to switch or use a scroll wheel. For me, I don't have to do that. I use my thumb because I have 1, 2, and 3 right there.
Yeah.
If I want to switch weapons, 2, switch my other weapon 3, and it's so quick. Now the only downside of this, and it has gotten me in trouble.
Hit it?
Because I'll get in a moment and I'll accidentally hit the number 2 and I'll switch weapons while I'm shooting. I'm like, fuck! And I end up dying.
There's no one to blame. But
I know, yeah. So what I have to do is I have to consciously like keep my thumb away sometimes.
Yeah, it's a
or
practice.
just not.
No problem with that.
But and it doesn't happen all the time. It's fairly rare. It is fairly rare when it happens.
Corie just got home, so she's going to be extremely loud.
Oh, it's all right.
With all of
Settle
her
down.
What? No, I haven't started laundry. You want to get into it? I left for the gym and I came back and I did this. See, she always complains. We have all day to do laundry. Laundry doesn't have to be done right now.
Yeah, it does.
And neither does this, but that's not the point.
No, look.
Don't you start laundry. I don't want you to touch laundry.
You already know why she wants to do laundry quick and early in the day.
Yeah, I know why she wants to get laundry done out of the way because she wants to play Sea of Thieves. It's the only fucking reason. It's the only reason I think she comes home. Xbox is home.
You should have started before you left the gym.
No, I'm not going to leave laundry in there when I'm not here. That doesn't make any sense. Go to laundry mats and
Corie!
leave it in there, and then people leave for an hour and come back. No, it's basically a laundry mat. It's outside. Strangers.
That is annoying. Like, and I wouldn't do that. I mean, you guys live in a really nice neighborhood, but if I were to go to one of these laundromats, I'm staying there the entire time. I'm not leaving anywhere. But I don't like going to other laundromats. I understand like they hopefully they wash the fucking but I mean I guess they kind of wash themselves. But I don't like putting my laundry in washers where other people I don't know put their clothes in. I don't know what they're doing.
That is weird. The one thing, but I've looked inside the washer and dryer and it's clean. It doesn't. Granted, that's what the machine does. It's supposed to clean.
Yeah, it just washes itself basically. But then all that dirty water goes in. But still, like I'm like, it's just a thought. It's like a mental block.
Well, when I was in the Navy, like we had all shared, dryers and all that other stuff. So that, and then back in my head, like they had a bunch, like in our barracks, there was just rooms filled with, like there was one or two areas just filled with washers and dryers.
Yeah.
And some you would see like gunk on it. You would see. And you would kind of like, you'd smell them and be like, which ones got cleaned recently, which ones didn't. So you kind of have to figure it out.
Yeah. But even then,
the mass ones were.
Even then, it's definitely a lot safer in the Army. But because here, especially out here, I mean, this is more ghetto area. So I'm
a lot safer. But
good.
Yeah, not as far as stealing, yeah. But just as far as dirt and all that other stuff.
But
couldn't do it. There is one thing I want to show you. You got about like 10 more minutes. Let me see here. No, not that. No. Marvel Midnight, The Dead Space, got that. Okay, this is something. Oh, what do you think? This is I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Why do you think that Halo is coming out on December 8th? Why? November 15th is the 20-year anniversary. To me, don't understand why it's like, do they have to get it out? And then why is it coming out without co-op and Forge when the game was the old director of the game said that all that stuff was going to be in a year ago and it was going to be ready a year ago. So what state, like what did, like, I'm just imagining the things that they changed in the game to make the other parts of the game not ready. That's what I'm wondering. I'm just wondering. You're Mr. Concerned. Cyberpunk. Everything is cyberpunk.
Well, no, I know. I know. It's just look, and I'm not the only one though. Like ever since Anthem, Cyberpunk, Outriders, like those are the three games where I was like, okay, if the game is delayed once, I'm like, I'm already questioning it. Like, what's the game? What's the state of the game right now? What's the state? Why is it being delayed? Anyways,
but so close to Christmas is interesting.
I think it's.
I don't know.
Well, right, so Battlefield's coming out in October. Call of Duty's coming out in November. I think that's why.
Okay.
Because it usually takes about a month for kind of the hype of certain video games to kind of go down.
Yeah.
And I mean, even though I think November I can't remember the exact date. I think is it like November 19th is when Call of Duty's coming out?
I have no idea. I don't pay attention.
I can't remember. But even then, like there's a lot of speculation on Battlefield being delayed because they're I mean, you know, they came out and said that it's still coming out the beta's still coming out in September. We don't have a specific date, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be towards the end, probably like on maybe like the 20th, maybe 25th or whatever. And I already pre-ordered it.
There's no real signs of it being delayed because there's nothing that's been.
Well, no, there is signs because, like I said, they haven't had any gameplay that we see has been small little bits, and it's been pre-alpha.
But then what? Like, I don't know, because if you make. Because the way I understand video game development is they're all these separate, basically they're juggling a whole bunch of different balls at the same time. And then the when they make a build and they put everything together, that's when all of the bugs and glitches happen. So, and then usually like the playable piece of the game, maybe it's just the way certain people, like the documentaries that I watch, maybe that's just the way those games are made. I don't know how newer games are made, but there's all these different pieces that come together at the very end, the last month or two, and that's when they fix all the bugs. So you said the game's coming out in September or October?
October 22nd.
Yeah, so the final build should be getting together now, and then they should be ironing out all the bugs because you can't iron out bugs before everything comes together.
Yeah.
Right. So that's like cleaning a house, like I don't know, before you do renovation. I was like, it's gonna get dirty, so do the renovation, then clean it.
So for me. Not for me. I'm an idiot. So I pre-ordered Battlefield, and so I did the $90 version because you get the year one pass for the year one battle pass, and then it said I also get like a year the year one cosmetic pass, which is interesting. I don't know what that is, but so and then I looked at it and it said pre-ordered for October 14th at 9 p.m. So if you pre-order it, a certain whatever one, then you get to play it even earlier. Which me personally, I know a lot of people don't like that. I really like that because I think that helps them gradually helps the servers kind of gradually invite people in instead of it being this is the initial release date for all copies, and then millions of fucking people hit the servers all at once, or try to all at once, and then the servers blow up. So if you like, and a lot of people, they can't afford or they don't want to pay the extra, so they just get the regular $60 version, and they have to wait till the 22nd. People who like you and I, we can afford those, whatever. And I don't really care. Like, I'm such a big Battlefield fan. I don't care if the launch is shitty because Battlefield 4, the launch was probably the worst launch, and then it became a fan favorite Battlefield. That was arguably the best Battlefield out. So it really, like I said, it really just depends on the company because Hello Games they No Man's Sky came out and it was bad. But they're a company that, as we've seen over the years, they are a great company. They actually give a fuck. They listen to people's feedback, blah, 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 blah. And now they have an incredible game. Now, and that's fine. That's okay. Same thing with DICE. They actually care. They actually, like Warzone, Call of Duty, they're getting like an updated version or a new anti-cheat when Vanguard comes out. I'm like, and then that's when another map is coming out. I'm like, Apex. Granted, Apex came out before Warzone, so I understand that part. But hear me out. Apex has 3 maps, and there's rumors that they're going to have another new map in the next season. They also just recently released another mode called Arenas, where it's 3v3, which is really, really cool. And they're smaller maps. They just added like 3 or 4 new maps with this new season. So there's no excuse. There's none. I don't care what anyone says. There's no excuse for that. They're just lazy. They don't want to spend the money. That's just clearly what it is. They don't really care. And I get it. They don't need to spend that money because they still make millions. So I understand that part. But
Yeah.
when I see people complaining about, oh, Warzone, there's a lot of cheaters. Oh my God, this is fucking stupid. I don't have this. I don't have that. And then there's still every single fucking day for hours and hours and hours playing the damn game. Stop complaining. Like Nick Merckx, he complained about the game a lot. What did he do? He stopped playing the game. He hasn't played it. I mean, he played like he did like the live event for the release of Vanguard, but he hated it. He's like, this is dumb. But he and then also Apex has a ranked mode. They actually have ranked mode, and that's what a lot of people love. Like I was telling you, you can get the Apex Predator, which is really cool. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, but with Halo, no, I know, I understand. Like, I understand. Yeah, I know. It's like that was a huge shock. Halo is releasing without co-op and without Forge.
Well, it was interesting to wait this long to get a release date.
Wait an extra year for them to not give us the entire game.
Yeah, and multiplayer is free.
So that's cool. That's fine.
Yeah. And then you don't need an Xbox Live account to play free-to-play games. So this is going to be possibly more people are going to play Halo now than ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious. So you're spending $60 for a single-player only campaign? Like if people who don't have Game Pass, they're spending $60 to $70 for a single play that doesn't have co-op or the Forge.
And there's a lot of people who don't like multiplayer.
Yeah, who have every Halo sat down with their friends and played co-op. So it's just real weird that I don't know.
And what's
do you
funny
delay
too,
the whole game, or do you just delay this? Like, I don't know if you want to split up single player and multiplayer to like release multiplayer and then hold off on single player for what like.
Well, and another thing too is because Halo, because you need a certain amount of hype for your game, obviously. And for Halo, that was supposed to be a fucking Xbox Series X release, and then they came out like, oh, actually, we're gonna delay it for another year, and everyone was like,
well, they didn't even say when exactly. Like when they first delayed it, they just said that we're delaying it.
We're delaying it. I'm like, so your game is this bad? Your game is that bad where you have to delay it for an entire year, and then you do that, and we don't even get the full version of the game? What? Like, now let me ask you this. Do you think the only reason why they made the multiplayer free to play is because they knew that co-op and Forge isn't going to come with the full game?
I don't know if that's like more recent developments. It might be more recent. Like a fun conspiracy theory is but they announced the Halo multiplayer thing even before they said it was separate. Way before.
I don't know. It's just that's it's scary. It's very scary. I mean, as a gamer, you're like Halo, and like they 343, like I said, a lot of people didn't like Halo 5. They didn't like Halo 5, and I mean, I really like the aspect of Cortana and the Guardians. That was super cool. But then switching back and forth, like, why are we doing that? That was so fucking dumb. Like,
Yeah, the dumbest part of Halo 2 is when you become the Arbiter.
yeah,
And you're
no one likes that.
It is interesting for like a story, like to see the other side of it. And then because the Covenant and the humans, some of them like each other and they team up sometimes and whatever. It's like your enemy becoming your friend type of thing. And that's cool. So you're not just fighting, oh, another elite, I'm going to shoot him. It's, there's some kind of,
It breaks up the
like,
monotony.
yeah, there's some kind of personality to it. But you could have that from just the Master Chief's perspective. So, but do you...
You could just play as a Marine or play as an ODST and then play next to fucking Master Chief and see it from that perspective. Oh my God, crazy! An insane idea! But no, they wanted to go the other dumbass way. Anyways.
I heard like the guy who took it back over, that Jason whatever, Statham, isn't it? That's his name. That's the actor. But they said that was his idea, the Arbiter thing. That was his.
Of course it was.
And he pushed for it. But he's the one that's going to make this Halo the better version of Halo. So I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, like I said, the multiplayer, what I played was great. Like I said, I felt like I was playing like Halo 2, Halo 3. Well, no, it was Halo 1. Because like I said, the shield recharge. Like, oh God. Oh, Jesus. I'm not kidding, man. If you were to play it, you would be like...
I've been playing the older ones, and it's fun, like the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
It's cool to go back. I have never really dove into that. Me and Corie played a few multiplayer games. She shot me multiple times in the back. Doesn't understand red versus blue. It's infuriating. I know.
Dumb.
Yeah. But she got the hang of it. Her first game was, because we just did the random playlist.
Yeah.
We got put into a SWAT game. And
nice.
It was just, you just walked it. Everyone was walking out in the middle of it, just dead instantly. And we're like, oh, okay. But then we played Capture the Flag, and she was good at that because she knew what she was doing. I stay here. I watch the flag. I tell you if someone comes and gets it, and I shoot them. I know where someone's going to be.
That's
it wasn't.
Cool.
Yeah, she didn't have to know the whole, because a part of Halo is knowing the whole map and where to throw grenades and bounce off walls and gets to certain areas, and where the weapon pickups were, and like that's a huge part of Halo. She didn't have to know any of that during Capture the Flag because she can just sit there and.
Yeah. And that's what's, dude. It's gonna be cool because with the big team battles, unless they're not gonna have that in a fucking multiplayer when it releases.
No, they're gonna have
big team battle's gonna release like 4 months later.
3 months for co-op, and then 6 months for Forge. So every season.
Forge is not even close to being ready.
I don't know what. I don't. Maybe it's a bigger, better Forge, or the way they remade the game, or the they made it look different. The assets, they have to redo all of the. I have no idea.
That's another thing that I don't like either. Is like they're so vague about it. Like,
well, every week they have like a Bungie update thing, or not a Bungie, but a 343 thing, like Bungie did when.
Yeah.
Bungie was doing Halo, and they give you these little updates, and they said there's a reason that no campaign was shown at Gamescom, is because they wanted obviously to focus. Like if they do a campaign trailer or video, I was like, just screen record what you have. Is it terrible? Then obviously don't show it. But if anything's remotely playable, show it. Like you're going to have to show some gameplay before the game comes out.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And that's another reason. That's the same thing with Battlefield. That's why a lot of people are like, it's going to probably be delayed. Me personally, in my heart, I'm like, it's probably going to be delayed.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't get, they would have to show some kind of preview maybe a month before the game, obviously. But
I'm guessing we'll see some gameplay in the next week or so.
The last single player trailer was a year ago. The last single player where the clouds were popping in and it looked like a cartoon. It didn't look like the gameplay still looked fun. The gameplay seemed great, but I don't know about the visuals.
And like I said, I
looked like an Xbox Series X game.
Like I said, I still don't understand their marketing team for DICE. Like they're making it seem like there's a campaign. I'm like,
it is weird.
What are you doing? What are you doing? And then like they'll give out these like little chapters, that kind of explain the world, which is fine. I get that. And I understand what they're doing. They're like trying to build up like kind of a storyline up to 2042 with the release date. And that's when World War III happens or whatever. But when you make a cinematic cutscene for 9 minutes and then you add 2 characters that used to be in Battlefield 4. So there is a campaign. No, there isn't. We were just showing him up because he's a specialist in the game. What? What are you guys doing like that? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. So there's a campaign in your game? No, there's not.
It does. Okay. And the other thing, real quick before we go, the Far Cry 6 trailer, or like they showed gameplay of it.
Yeah.
And the first gameplay, the first mission they showed was you running around with a rooster. And there has to be so much more to this game than that.
I hope so.
In the first gameplay I see, you're running around with a pet rooster, and you're supposed to be this like oppressed, people, and you're supposed to liberate yourself, and it's a lot of heavy themes. And this is coming from a company that made, like you're in Africa, you have to take malaria pills, you had to like knife out bullets out of you, very visceral, like real kind of game. And then now you have a pet rooster and a pet alligator and a dog that has they're trying to create memes. Instead of a good game, they're trying to create these weird memes. And I don't, and the same thing happened with Saints Row. They had this presentation with Saints Row, and it's like, these criminals you're going to want to invite in your home. They're talking about it like it's a TV show. These characters we've created are lovable. We have this Zach guy. He's shirtless for some reason. He's shirtless because you made him shirtless. Not for some reason. You made him shirtless. I don't understand. He's not it's not a reality TV show. What are you doing? This is not.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're just trying to become memeable. And that stuff is supposed to happen naturally.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I get what you're saying. They're like trying too hard. I know, and it's funny too because the cinematic cutscene to reveal fucking Far Cry 6 was incredible.
Amazing.
Amazing.
That seemed like a realistic, down to earth, and gritty.
Yeah, and then the gameplay comes out, and they're like all this colorful.
This fucking chicken rooster.
And then I don't know. I get why they have.
You can have both. Maybe you can turn that off, and at me as a person, I can just not have any pets at all, and then just play normally.
Well, what's funny too is because a lot of like the original Far Cry games, you had abilities. Like you took like this supplement or what the fuck ever, like a whatever, inject yourself, and you would have these abilities. People didn't like that. I mean, some people did, but then with Far Cry 2, I'm pretty sure it was Far Cry 2. That's when they went more realistic.
Yeah, and that's what it's.
And it blew up. People loved it. Fucking people loved it. And the map editor, I love the fucking map editor. That thing is awesome.
That is pretty cool. But you got to get to work. I never did an intro, but this has been another episode of the Video Games Nonsense Podcast. I'm Chase Carter. That's
Raymond Woods.
We appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you next week. Next week on Friday, because Ray's so busy. He can't wake up at a normal hour.
I hate you.
I remember